All right, so yesterday you guys had this picture, even though it's easier to see on the picture on the slides because you can see the colors. You had this picture and you needed to look at the parents, the mom and dad, and observe each of the puppies also and make a list of their traits on the table. You're only going to look at 3 of the puppies because there were so many of them. I didn't want this table to be so big. And I labeled them for you, puppy number 1, 2, and 3. And then you chose one puppy that you labeled and write a paragraph comparing and contrasting that puppy with one or both of its parents. It's supposed to be pause. All right, so this is what I wrote down, and yours will probably be very similar to me. I wish we could actually have a discussion like we would in class, because you guys probably have found traits that I didn't even notice when looking at the picture. But I noticed the mom, she has a white lower face and chest, like her chin here and her chest was white. She has brown eyebrows, because her eyebrows here on the picture, you could tell were brown. She has black ears and around her eyes. And she's smaller than the dad is. Here's the dad and there's the mom. Okay. The dad, he was mostly white. He had a brown chin and tips on his ears were brown, and that he is larger than the mom. Puppy number 1 right here, you could see that he was all white, at least what we could see. And he's one of the larger puppies because you could see it looks like most of the white ones are the larger ones. So he was a larger puppy. Puppy number 2 is the smallest one, except maybe this one here that was underneath puppy number 1. He might be a little bit smaller, but from what we could tell, puppy number 2 is pretty small. He has black on his face and a white chin and chest. He looks very similar to his mom, except for that white chunk that was on top of his head. And then puppy number 3 had black ears and a white body and is medium sized. He looks very similar to mom, except he has some more white on his head that the mom doesn't have. So that's definitely parts of his dad coming through. Okay, so then you had to write a paragraph on one of the puppies, comparing and contrasting the puppy to one or both of its parents. So you basically had to take what you wrote in one of these columns here on one of the puppies and really look close and write it in sentence form. So all of yours look a little bit different. So make sure that you reread yours, that it makes sense, and that you used complete sentences.